Hey guys, it's Glenn from glenscarcollection.com, and I just wanted to go over the M2 survey results in this video. So if you watch my 10-month review of the M2, my ownership review, I'll post it at the end of this video. Watch that first and you'll understand what I'm asking for. So the question I posed to the viewers are, your BMW M2, if you have one on order or already bought one, what colors did you get and what transmission choice? So there's 8 possible combinations, right? We have 4 colors, Long Beach blue like this one, black, mineral gray, and white. So 4 colors and 2 transmission choices, a DCT transmission and a 6-speed manual transmission. And then the second question I asked everybody was, is this your first BMW or did you have multiple BMWs? So here's the results of the survey so far. Okay, the results of the survey were very intriguing, actually, but I guess not surprising when you think about it. So it's very close for transmission. Let's talk about that first. It's 52% 6-speed manual, 48% DCT. Now that number kept going back and forth. In the beginning, all the comments were 6-speed manual. Then all the comments were DCT, and DCT was actually winning. And then just before I filmed this video, manual caught up and passed it a little bit. So 52% of you took the manual transmission, 48% took the DCT transmission. Now again, this is not representative of the market on the whole. It's just subscribers to my YouTube channel. Now color was a totally different story. It wasn't close, so you can kind of guess what happened. Over 60% of you, I believe it was 62%, somewhere in that range, bought or have on order a Long Beach blue car. So that's not really surprising. Probably people may even be clicking on my videos because they see a Long Beach blue in the thumb tag and see it's about a Long Beach blue car. So if people already decided on that color, they're probably more likely to watch Long Beach blue videos. Guess what the second color is? The other 3 colors are pretty close. 2 of them are actually tied, roughly, down to percentage points. And what's the second color? You want to take a guess before I say it? Go ahead, guess. The color is actually mineral gray. So I think it was about 14% or so were mineral gray. And then white and black, as of this taping, were tied, both at the same amount. That was about 10%. So 60-some, whatever that adds up to, 60-something% of you were Long Beach blue, about 16% were mineral gray, and 10% each were white and black. Now, I've seen all 4 of those colors, and they're all excellent choices. If there wasn't a Long Beach blue, I would still get one of the colors. If I had to pick a second color, I would probably pick black, just because that's probably more of a rare color. I think at the end of the day, that's going to wind up being the rarest color. Now, transmission choice was different. Transmission choice, Long Beach blue was ahead in manual transmissions, and it was also way ahead in mineral gray. Most of the mineral gray cars were 6-speed manuals. Long Beach blue was probably about the same, like 60-40 stick shifts to DCT. And white and black were the opposite. They were all basically DCT cars, very few sticks in white or black. And again, that's just a small sample size. We're only a couple weeks into that video, probably about 2 weeks in, maybe 3 weeks by the time you see this video. So as we go on, I'll do another update video once we have, a bigger sample size to choose from. Again, if you're an expert on statistics, you know 10 times more than I do, and this is not a representative or a correct sample size. It's just subscribers who happen to make comments, so it's not even every subscriber I have. But it's just interesting to see how it shapes up. So we'll do another bit. So watch that. If you haven't already, watch that 10-month review at the end of this video so you'll understand the question. And that was question number 1. Question number 2 is if you've owned BMW before and how many. Some of you, this was your first BMW, but that's not the norm. The norm was actually owning lots of BMWs. I think I've owned 6. I had my first was a 98 328i, which was a sedan in stick. I needed a 4-door car for work, and that fit the bill. That was the first German car I owned. And, back then, I bought that car used, but back in I actually drove the first E39 M5 in the country. I was working for a delivery service as a driver at that time, and I just fell in love with German cars, and that actually got me from American cars, growing up with Camaros and Mustangs. And at that time, I think I owned a used Corvette to jump over to German cars. So that was my first BMW, the 98 328 with a sport package and a stick shift, which was a 5-speed. Then I went to an E46 M3. You've already heard it a million times. Laguna Seca Blue, stick shift coupe, sunroof delete. Then from there, I went to an E90 M3. There's videos of that on this channel when it came up for sale back in the fall. The new owner let me drive it before he sold it. That was an Interlagos Blue E90 6-speed manual, again, sunroof delete. That's the 4-door M3. And then the next BMW I purchased was the BMW 1M, followed closely by the BMW S54M Coupe, and then followed by the, I guess probably a year or so later, the BMW M2, not even, maybe 6 months later, the BMW M2. So those are my 6 BMWs. I still have 3 of them, the 1M, the S54M Coupe, and the M2. You can look for videos on this channel of all of them. But most of you had a lot of BMWs. I would say the average person, some of you had 5 or 6 like me. Some of you came from other M cars like the M3, and some had E90 series and E46 M3s. And I would say the average was probably about 3 BMWs before their M2 purchase. So that's great. That's a good sample size. Some of you, this is your first BMW. And a lot of you are coming from 335s and stuff, so this is your first M car. So that's really exciting. All right, so we'll do another sample size maybe next month and see where we are for the final samples. Thanks again for leaving a comment below. If you didn't comment in that video and you want to, do it on the 10-month video review. This way I have everything on one comment. Leave a positive comment here, but don't get into what M2 you have, because I don't want to double count. I may forget it's the same subscriber or something like that. So as always, like this video, share with your friends so our channel can grow, leave a positive comment below, and most of all, make sure you're subscribed. Thanks again for your support, guys. We'll see you soon. And I'll leave the 10-month review at the end of this video.